Spot is a tessellata moray eel. He is a fish. He breathes through gills just like all the other fish do. What separates him from other fish is that he does not have scales. He has a very smooth skin, which is covered by a mucus, which protects him from bacteria and parasites. Spot's enclosure is a 300-gallon acrylic tank. Spot came here 6 years ago. He is from the island of Sri Lanka, I think I pronounced that right, which is Southeast Asia. They like to inhabit the reefs all around the island. Here in Florida we have 6 species of morays. The largest is the green moray, which can be about 8 or 9 feet long. Last time we measured Spot was probably about 6 months ago. A rough guess was about 4.5 feet now. Spot will reach about 5'11" to about 6'3". Spot is a carnivore. He does prefer fish and squid. He's not so much interested in crustaceans. His teeth are very sharp and they are meant for catching prey, which would be fish, squid, octopuses. That's usually what he would eat in the wild. Here, we like to feed him capelin. Silver sides are his favorite. He is kind of a fussy eater. Now, I do feed him 3 times a week. Another very unique thing about the moray eel, unlike any other animal on our planet, they do actually have 2 jaws. They have the pharyngeal jaw, which sits inside of their throat, and what that'll do is it's almost like a trap. So when they go to attack their prey, the pharyngeal jaw will come out, it'll grab the prey, and it will actually pull them into the eel's mouth, where it is then consumed. Its main set of teeth, which is known as the oral cage, is actually meant strictly to grab, for the initial grab and for defense. Other than that, the actual chewing of the food is done in the pharyngeal jaw. That's why a lot of times when we feed Spot, it'll look like he's kind of choking on his food. He'll actually sit there and it looks like it's kind of coming out of his mouth. He'll regurgitate it. What he's doing is he's actually chewing that with his pharyngeal jaw. So, well, that is actually where they got the idea for the movie Alien. They wanted something very menacing. In the tank, we do have 2 residents. We have Scarlett, which is a scarlet skunk cleaner shrimp. Scarlett is symbiotic with Spot, which means that they do share what's known as a symbiotic relationship. They are kind of bonded to each other. Spot and Scarlett have a form of symbiosis called mutualism, and basically they both gain something out of it. Whereas Spot is cleaned and kept free of parasites and bacteria, it also provides a very important service for Scarlett as well, in that Scarlett, not only is she provided with food, but most importantly, being a small shrimp, she has protection. You know, she actually hangs out with the big bad guy on the block. Now, the second resident we have in there is Dozer. He's our giant red hermit. He's actually a local guy. He has an even more important job in that he keeps the entire enclosure clean. Fortunately, eels are very messy eaters. The public to really educate them on mutualism, but most importantly on invasive species and why it's so important to really do your research before you go ahead and you buy an exotic animal. Spot was a pet, and the owner did not really think about what he was getting himself into before he went and bought the animal. It's alien jaws. Ah!
been trying to do it right. I've been living a lonely life. I've been sleeping here instead. I've been sleeping in my bed. Sleeping in my bed. So show me family.